back to my channel. My name is Stacey Flowers and I am a student of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University and on a journey to become 100% debt-free. I am currently on baby step number 1 to save $500, and that is because my income is under $20,000. My debt is over $180,000 and I work part-time, earning anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200. In this video, I am going to be answering how to make delicious Budda Bowls, and I'm specifically going to be sharing 3 recipes for Budda Bowls that I make all the time, plus 3 tips to help you make an amazing Budda Bowl every single time. So if you are interested in that, please keep watching. My number 1 tip for making an amazing Budda Bowl is that you have to use your favorite vegetables. If you look at this recipe and you look at the recipes to come, you are going to see that I put banana peppers on every single Budda Bowl, even if it doesn't call for banana peppers, because why? I like the flavor of banana peppers. And so what happens is when you are layering your favorite vegetables, every single bite is a delight and you can't go wrong. The trouble with most people when they're making Budda Bowls is that they will watch someone online like myself and they will see what I put on it, and then they will try to remake that and it won't be good because your taste buds are not like predisposed to like those vegetables. So the idea is to take the same general concept, maybe take the portions, maybe take the 1 or 2 of the vegetable ideas, maybe take the layering effect and apply those concepts to your favorite vegetables. But that's always going to be your number 1 tip. So to make this base, I'm going to use about a cup of spinach. This is the same great spinach that I pre-washed the same day as my grocery haul, so I can just pull it out, put it at the bottom. I'm going to address my spinach with a little bit of lemon juice, and I'm also going to put a little bit of pepper on there and just toss everything together. I like lemon juice over spinach. Then I'm going to take roasted sweet potatoes that have been seasoned with smoked paprika and a touch of sea salt just to bring out the sweetness of the sweet potatoes. I'm going to take Brussels sprouts and put those right in the center. I've crisped these Brussels sprouts because I wanted them to have a little bit more of a charred flavor. And then I made some beet chips. They didn't quite come out right, but they were delicious. They just were missing the crisp, so I'm going to make them again. But oh my God, these beet chips were amazing. A little leftover, so I diced up the little edges that were on there. But man, these beet chips were good. Then I made a little balsamic reduction for my Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to drizzle. Oh God, this looks so good. I'm just going to drizzle that balsamic reduction right over the top of those Brussels sprouts. I wish I had some bacon bits because it would take things to the next level. And then I'm going to add my absolute favorite vegetable, which is a little bit of banana pepper, just to kick it up a notch. And oh man, looks so good. And there you have it, a delicious, hearty Budda Bowl 1. The second thing that you have to do in order to make a delicious Budda Bowl is you have to season and or dress each layer. I love food, and one of the things that I know about food, 1, because I was a waitress for about a decade, but 2, because I really love food, is that the best food is food that when you're eating it, in between each layer you can taste the different texture as well as the different flavor. And the way that you achieve that, or the way that many chefs achieve that, is because they actually dress each layer of your food. And it's the same thing with your Budda Bowls. And when you're watching this, you will see that I dress my rice, I dress my beans, I dress my vegetables. And when I say dress, I just mean season. I dress each layer, and depending on what flavors I want, I dress each layer with different flavorings. The most common seasoning that you will see me use is adobo and smoked paprika. Why? Because my palate likes those flavors. You'll also see me use sea salt because I like the texture of the larger salt crystals, and I don't like things to be salty, but I like them to be like, when you add salt, it's supposed to bring out the flavor of other things. So I add the sea salt really just to bring out the flavor of all the other flavors. But that's the second tip. You have to dress each and every single layer, because typically what happens is we make a Budda Bowl and we put the seasoning on the top, and then we eat all the stuff off the top, and we think, oh, I just like the stuff on the top. It's like, no, you just don't want this bland scoop of rice at the bottom. So that is the second tip. Dress your layers. For the second Budda Bowl, I'm going to start by warming up about a 1/2 cup of black beans. Then I am going to season my base, which is a cup of rice with a little bit of adobo. Then I'm going to take those black beans that have already been seasoned, because you may remember that I prepared these in a crock pot, so they have great flavor already. No need to add anything else. I will link to my crock pot black beans so that you can prepare those as well. I'm going to take another half cup of sweet potatoes that have been roasted and seasoned. I am going to warm these as well, because I want this Budda Bowl to have a little bit of a comforting feeling, and the more warm ingredients that I add, the more comforting it will feel. I'm going to put those right over there on the other side. Then I'm going to take one last cup of spinach, separate it just with my hands, and dress it a little bit with olive oil, a little bit of sea salt, and I'm going to mix that all together. And then pour that over the center of my Budda Bowl, and then add pepper all over, just because I want it to have a little kick. And then for the finale, banana peppers. And that's it. This is a simple, delicious Budda Bowl layered with some of my favorite veggies. And the third and final tip to making a delicious Budda Bowl every single time is to make it look pretty. Cannot emphasize enough how important it is to make your Budda Bowl look pretty. If you just throw stuff in, or if you just mix everything together, it is not as appetizing. There's like proven studies and stuff that talk about, like, if you serve people food in like a purple bowl versus a white bowl, or a red bowl versus a white bowl, people will be more likely to eat everything off of a white bowl than they are a red or a purple, because historically reds and purples indicated poison and different things like that in nature, right? So like there's an instinctual reaction to eating on certain colors, as well as eating things that look pretty, because it actually looks appetizing. And if this is the first time that you're making a Budda Bowl, the last thing you want to do is put everything together and then stir it all up and think that you're going to eat it, because it's going to look like mush or something that comes out as waste, and you will naturally be turned off by something that looks like waste, right? Another way to look at this is, think about when you're going to your favorite restaurant. They don't just slop everything together. No, they put it in cute little cubes, or they decorate it really high. Like if you've ever had like a hot lava cake served, like, you know, it comes out and has a little raspberry on top and the little chocolate drizzle. There's a reason why you pay $15 for that lava cake. It's because of that chocolate drizzle, and that raspberry makes it look more appetizing. So when you're preparing a Budda Bowl, take the time to decorate. Take the time to decorate your plate. Take the time to drizzle your balsamic reduction or drizzle your olive oil. Take the time to just layer everything on there pretty, so that way not only is every bite visually appetizing, but it's also delicious to the palate. For this delicious Budda Bowl, we are making our base out of a cup of quinoa. And in order to add a little bit more flavor to this quinoa, I boiled it in chicken broth instead of water, and it is delicious. I'm topping it with about a half a cup of sweet potatoes that are roasted and seasoned lightly with smoked paprika and sea salt. Then I'm throwing some roasted Brussels sprouts to the crisp right over the top, sea salt, a little bit of lemon pepper, and a touch of adobo on there. And then I'm going to drizzle this balsamic reduction. Is amazing. I'm like, best thing I ever learned how to make was a balsamic reduction, and just throwing that right over the top. I am excited about this bowl. Just to give it a little bit more moisture, a little bit more flavor, I'm going to drizzle a touch of olive oil right over the top of all of these veggies, and then a little bit of lemon juice. And then I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to enjoy this very warm, hearty, and this is a dinner size Budda Bowl. So good, so freaking delicious. So there you have it. Those are my 3 tips to making delicious Budda Bowls every single time, as well as 3 different recipes making Budda Bowls using my all-time favorite vegetables. If you want to see more videos like this from me, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends. If there's a specific food video that you would love to see me make, leave it in the comments below, and I will be sure to get back to you all. In the meantime, I love you. I appreciate you supporting my work, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.